is News 3 Now at 10.
Thanks for joining us tonight. A big day for us here at News 3 Now. In partnership with SSM Health, we were able to put on a pair of vaccination events right outside our studios here on Raymond Road, also at Lunny Lake Farm County Park. We're just getting our final numbers in tonight here at the station. We helped vaccinate just over 300 people.
And at the county park, more than 260 people. And we also had a call for action phone bank available for anyone who had questions about the vaccine or how to get one. And they took more than 50 calls.
Those are 565 people and their families who can now start thinking about a future with expanded possibilities. We now go to Maddie O'Neill with a recap of what happened today.
This will be a summer of change.
And that change can't come quickly enough, especially for families with kids 12 to 15 years old, who stopped by the News 3 Now vaccination events at Lunny Lake Farm County Park and our station.
Well, we heard it this morning, so we decided, you know what, right after school today, we're going to run out here and, get it done and get moving on with life.
Back to trips and sports.
I'll feel safer, yeah, knowing that I won't get sick.
Brian Leslie and his 15-year-old boys, Jake and Josh, are now eager to plan for the future.
Just being able to live a normal life and go hang out with friends and not have to worry as much.
We're pretty excited because we live around the corner.
The wait is over too for Plumer Lovelace's family.
At least fortunately I get to just watch, so I have the easy job.
His 15-year-old came in for her first dose, his adult daughter her second.
My daughter's actually traveled to the United States about a year and a half ago, so they've not had a normal summer in Madison, Wisconsin. So we were pretty excited about the opportunity to be able to do that.
A familiar face and his family are seizing the opportunity too.
Dr. Bill Hartman with UW Health has been right in the middle of this.
UW Health's Dr. Bill Hartman, who's often on News 3 Now informing us about the vaccines, stopped by with his 12 and 13-year-old sons so they could get their shots.
Myself, all the healthcare workers that would go in the hospital wondered, are we going to bring this thing home and how do we keep our family safe? And now we know how to keep them safe.
He knows it's our quickest shot at changing things for the better.
As someone who has studied these vaccines every which way to Tuesday, these are safe, these are effective, and this is the giant step that we need to get back to normal.
It really was a great day for this here. Of the 304 doses given just at our station, at least 210 were given to children between the ages of 12 and 15. So obviously a group really excited to come out and get vaccinated today, along with their families, excited for what their summers could now hold. Now, of course, this was done in partnership with health officials. That includes SSM Health staff who gave out those shots, and UW Health as well, with Dr. Bill Hartman, who you saw in the story, giving information to anyone who had questions. So a big thank you to everyone who helped out today.
It was a great day. Madeline O'Neill reporting live tonight. Maddie, thank you.
Getting vaccinated doesn't just protect you, it also protects those around you, including those who are high risk, many of them children who don't yet qualify for the shot.
There are patients who are too young to receive vaccination, so they can't get protected until they are old enough to do so. And in those situations, we rely on everyone around them to be vaccinated to provide protection for those who can't get it. And then there are patients, too, who have immunosuppression or maybe undergoing treatment for cancer or things like that, and their body can't respond to a vaccine the way a healthy person can. And so they rely on the protection of those around them also.
It's not just healthcare providers. Local families are also asking for the same thing, and we'll meet one a little later in the show who says getting the community vaccinated is the ticket to safety for their family.
The Alliant Energy Center Clinic has now given out more than 70,000 doses of vaccine, with more than 1,600 today alone. Leaders with Public Health Madison and Dane County say more than 60% of Dane County has gotten at least one shot, and half of the county has completed the series. 12 to 15-year-olds now add nearly 30,000 to the county's total eligible number, but vaccinators say some communities are more hesitant than others.
Based on the data, we have, populations that are Black or Latinx. We also have some middle-aged white folks that are a little bit lower in their vaccine rates. And so we're being creative with more mobile clinics, doing more pop-up vaccination clinics outside of grocery stores, things like that, to really try and just close that gap.
The Alliant Energy vaccination clinic will run until the end of June, but PHMDC says pop-up clinics will continue well after that.
The CDC is easing indoor mask-wearing guidance for fully vaccinated people, allowing them to safely stop wearing masks indoors most places. CDC is still calling for wearing masks in crowded indoor settings like buses, planes, hospitals, prisons, and homeless shelters, but could ease restrictions for reopening workplaces and schools. The organization will also no longer recommend that fully vaccinated people wear masks outdoors in crowds. But regardless of what the CDC says, there's still a county-level health order in place which has mask requirements involved. Today, Public Health Madison-Dane County says they're looking into the new recommendations from the CDC and will update their orders by early next week. Just a few days after announcing capacity will be up to 50% at American Family Field in Milwaukee, the Brewers now say they will allow 100% capacity starting June 25th. That news comes shortly after Milwaukee Mayor Tom Barrett announced the city will lift many of its COVID-19 restrictions next month. Season and partial season ticket packages are available for purchase effective today.
Let's get a look at your certified most accurate forecast now. Here's Chief Meteorologist Gary Canaldi.
Oh, it's a great day for people to get vaccinated against COVID. Weather was pleasant. The skies were sunny. The time lapse from the Edgewater Skycam shows how sunny it was today. Just some fair weather cumulus clouds popping up during the afternoon. And then as we headed towards sunset, those clouds started to break up a bit. Not seeing any precipitation across our part of the Midwest. The nearest rain in the eastern Dakotas. And that could reach us tomorrow night. Low temperatures this morning, not quite as cold as the previous nights, but still cold enough for some scattered frost north and east of Madison. Here in town, we dropped to 37. To the southwest, temperature stayed as warm as 43 in Mineral Point and Monroe. High temperatures today, upper 60s to lower 70s. Madison topped out at 68. Janesville hit 72. And current temperatures are in the upper 40s to the lower 50s. By morning, we're going to be down, well, there's a future track precipitation through early Saturday morning. And you can see very little in the way of precipitation, but we should see at least some light showers. Look for a low tomorrow morning of about 42 in Madison. High temperature topping out at around 68. We'll see more clouds in the afternoon. And again, we could see some scattered showers later tomorrow night. I'll have more details in weather in just a few minutes.
Developing tonight, 3 people are in the hospital after a shooting in Beloit. Police say it happened a few blocks from the Rock River at Porter Avenue and Switch Track Alley around 5:15. Authorities didn't say if they have a suspect in custody, but did say there is no active threat to the community. We have also not received an update on the conditions of the victims. An active duty U.S. Marine was arrested today for allegedly participating in the deadly Capitol insurrection on January 6th. Major Christopher Aguirres is stationed at Marine Corps Base Quantico, was arrested in Virginia, according to the Justice Department. He is facing several charges, including assaulting multiple police officers. The Justice Department says Aguirres' actions were caught on video and posted to YouTube.
Fourth night of intense clashes between Israel and Hamas militants. Large explosions shook Gaza City tonight as Israel kept up the punishing bombing campaign in the Gaza Strip, and mass tanks and troops on the enclave's border. We're also seeing new satellite photos showing some of the destruction from above. At least 103 people have been killed in Gaza, including 27 children over the past 4 days. 7 people have been killed in Israel. 4 people suffered minor injuries today when a small plane made an emergency landing on the Veterans Memorial Tollway. This is New Lenox, Illinois. According to Illinois State Police and the FAA, the pilot and 3 passengers were on board the single-engine plane at the time of the landing on I-355 about lunchtime. All 4 were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The passengers included a 15-year-old girl and 2 21-year-old women. Police say the plane made an emergency landing due to unknown mechanical issues. Again, the FAA is investigating. Some more shocking video from Illinois today. A cat. That's right, a cat landed safely and walked away after jumping from the 5th-story window of a burning building in Englewood. The fire broke on the 5th floor of the 6-story apartment building. Video provided there by the fire department showed smoke billowing from the busted-out windows in that building. Of that black cat seen jumping from the window. It landed safely on the grass, simply bounced and walked away. No injuries were reported in that fire.
Wow. Governor Aguirres has ordered that the flag of the United States and the flag of the state of Wisconsin shall be flown at half-staff beginning at sunrise tomorrow and ending at sunset. The governor says it is in honor of Hmong Lao Veterans Day, which will be observed tomorrow. An update from a story we first told you about yesterday. It could take up to 2 months to temporarily repair a crack that forced the closure of a vital highway bridge in Memphis, Tennessee. That's according to the state's chief engineer. The Hernando de Soto Bridge bridge on Interstate 40 goes over the Mississippi River between Memphis and eastern Arkansas. It was shut down Tuesday when crews discovered the crack during a routine inspection. The U.S. Coast Guard put a waterway restriction in place on the river below, and as of this morning, there were at least 44 vessels with more than 700 barges waiting to travel the river.
Still ahead, a local family is asking for help from complete strangers. Their message to the community. That's up next.
The biggest sale of the season starts now. It's the Memorial Day sale at Ashley Home Store. Shop in-stock doorbusters up to 60% off while they last. Plus, take a bonus 10% off our furniture sale prices. And no interest financing for 5 years. Ashley Home Store.
Isn't it great how swinging through Culver's drive-thru marks the unofficial start to family time? How biting into a hot-off-the-grill Butterburger makes worries melt away? And how a fresh frozen custard concrete mixer puts a smile on your face every time? Here, a meal you didn't have to make is a meal made fresh for you. And being greeted with a smile, even beneath a mask, makes all the difference.
There's a reason we put so much care into our food. That reason is you. Welcome to Delicious.
You're a hard worker. Provide for your family. Do good things in the community. Help out your neighbors. You've been there for so many others. Now, we're here for you. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home and your heat and power on. Apply now for a hand up.
Goldman Cars is breaking into spring with huge savings. You can get a 2016 or 17 Ford Escape starting at $10,995 or $175 per month.
That's right. You can buy a 2016 or 17 Ford Escape only for $10,995 or $175 per month.
Don't miss out on these huge spring deals with over 500 vehicles in stock.
So just hurry in today and ask for my sister, Crystal the Pistol Gobin.
Or my brother, Dealing Donovan Gobin.
You gotta go to Gobin, GobinCars.com.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
When you're the victim of an accident, it can feel like the weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. Why not let us take that crippling burden off your back? Habish and Rotier. We fight for what's right.
The Memorial Day appliance deals start now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. Save huge during the biggest sale of the season, including in-stock doorbusters up to 40% off, plus no interest financing for 18 months. At Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Friday morning, it's one of southern Wisconsin's best kept secrets, and it's free.
We'll show you a zoo just a short drive from Madison. We'll see you starting at 4:30 on News 3 Now this morning.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. A lifetime of happiness. It's all a Dane County family wants for their daughter.
But they'll need the help from strangers to achieve it. They're holding out hope that you'll think of this curly-haired little girl when you get your COVID-19 vaccine.
A living room full of laughter.
Our family is, we have a family of 5 and all the kids are 4 and under.
It's pretty common at the O'Donnell household.
Can you pass me the ball? Yay! Tess is a really happy kid. She's got a great laugh.
Like many, the young family has spent a lot of time at home this past year.
We don't always look like that high-risk family walking around. We're a young family, but for us, if COVID were to enter our home, we would be in quite a bit more trouble.
A safe place for their 3-year-old daughter, Tess.
So Tess was born with cerebral palsy. She's one of those high-risk kids that could get really sick, even with normal viruses, so this is one that frightens us quite a bit.
Sarah and her husband, Derek, are both vaccinated, a decision providing their family an extra layer of protection.
So for us, it's so important because Tess can't be vaccinated. For our family, the more vaccinated, the better off she'll be.
They hope others will do the same.
For us, any one person getting their vaccine helps us to reduce exposure.
Thinking of little Tess and other high-risk kids.
We look at getting the vaccine as not a unilateral decision. So when you get the vaccine, you're affecting more than just yourself, or if you decide against the vaccine, you're affecting more than just yourself.
Who just want to spend the day laughing with their families.
Say yay!
I'm Gabriella Becerra, News 3 Now.
The O'Donnell family tells us Tess will receive a vaccine if a dose is ever cleared for her age group.
Next at 10, the deadline to file your taxes is almost here. Monday, May 17th is tax day, the official deadline for individuals to file their 2020 federal tax return. That is a month later than usual because of the pandemic. More than a dozen states are now getting rid of pandemic-related unemployment benefits. That will affect more than 1.2 million unemployed Americans getting $300 every week. This week, President Joe Biden warned that people who can work must accept job offers or lose their benefits.
Colonial Pipeline paid the hackers who shut down some of its networks nearly $5 million in ransom. That's according to a U.S. official. News of the payment was first reported by Bloomberg. The official did not say how or when the company paid. Colonial, which operates the country's largest fuel pipeline, announced it had been hacked on Friday, shut down all 4 of its major pipelines that serve the eastern and southeastern part of the United States as a precaution. And President Biden trying to calm drivers who are panic buying gasoline now. The Colonial Pipeline operating at full capacity now, but it'll at least be a couple days before gas stations are back up to speed in the southeast.
I know seeing lines at the pumps or gas stations with no gas can be extremely stressful, but this is a temporary situation. Do not get more gas than you need in the next few days.
The situation has pushed up gas prices all across the country. It comes just before Memorial Day weekend when many drivers will be hitting the road and demand will spike. AAA says don't expect prices to drop until next month. Well, this was the aftermath after a Florida driver packed a Hummer with gas cans. Authorities in Citrus County say they were called to a gas station yesterday about a vehicle fire. The driver of this Hummer had just filled up 4 5-gallon gas containers. The Florida State Fire Marshal's office is working to determine the official cause of the fire. 1 person was hurt, but they refused treatment.
United Airlines is announcing a new menu service for most flights, more than 2 hours. It includes beer, wine, and seltzer, gourmet meals, and a wide range of new snack boxes. The menu will also feature new a la carte snacks, including chips and salsa and trail mix. Travelers will be able to buy items with United's new mobile wallet app or online. United says the new menu items will be available starting June 1st. Boeing 737 MAX plane could soon be in the skies again. The FAA has approved the company's fixes to the plane's electrical system. Some of the jets were grounded in April because of the issue.
That was a beautiful Thursday across southern Wisconsin. Let's go to Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti in our first warm forecast. Gary?
Oh, starting to turn the corner on temperatures, and it looks like we'll see even milder weather as we head into next week. 3 things you need to know in the forecast. Look for dry weather again for tomorrow, but we'll see more clouds in the afternoon. We'll see some showers later tomorrow night and some chances for showers or a thunderstorm Saturday and Sunday. Right now, I was just looking at the very latest computer model forecast, and Sunday now looks like more likely like it'll be dry rather than seeing any chances for rain. So hopefully we'll get something tomorrow night or during the day on Saturday. And then 70s return for much of next week, and there'll be some shower and thunderstorm chances as we head toward the end of the week. As we take a look at the precipitation comparison, well, you can see so far this month, less than an inch of rain, and we're about halfway through the month with to date, we're almost 3/4 of an inch, a little more than 3/4 of an inch below normal. Season to date since the beginning of March, we're down more than 3.5 inches of precipitation and almost 5 inches compared to the beginning of the year. And not surprisingly, the U.S. Drought Monitor has southern Wisconsin into a moderate drought. The areas in yellow, abnormally dry conditions, and then more severe drought conditions are found farther out to the west, especially across the Dakotas. On Doppler track tonight, they're getting a little bit of shower activity. With the ground being so dry, a lot of times you don't get that extra push of moisture from moisture that evaporates off of growing plants. So that's why these showers and thunderstorms are not very widespread. Plus the fact the upper level winds are from the northwest. That doesn't bring a lot of moisture up there to begin with. Future track precipitation through early on Monday morning calls for generally less than 1/10 of an inch over southern Wisconsin. That's mainly again tomorrow night into Saturday and maybe a little bit on Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, probably dry. Wednesday, much of the day could be dry. And then as we head into Thursday and Friday, some better chances for showers and thunderstorms. Latest computer model forecast shows somewhere in the neighborhood of about 1 inch to 1.5 inches of rain over southern Wisconsin. That would be good news, but the amounts could be highly variable because when you start getting into thunderstorms, you have some areas that get 2 or 3 inches and some areas that get 1/2 inch, and you kind of average it all out. And this is what you come up with as far as final rainfall totals. Last night with the dry air, temperatures dropped back into the 30s through much of the state. A few pockets pockets of 20s, but for the most part, temperatures were in the 30s to around 40 degrees. High temperatures today made it up to the upper 60s to the lower 70s. Very pleasant day. Tomorrow we should see similar temperatures, but notice on Weather Track, those clouds out to the west starting to head in our direction. But you can see how those showers just kind of fizzle out as they push into Iowa and Minnesota, and that'll be the case here in Wisconsin. It'll take a little while for the rain to reach us. Hopefully that will happen tomorrow night. So our forecast for tomorrow calls for partly sunny skies with a high of 68, but skies will turn cloudy later in the afternoon, and that future track precipitation through Sunday afternoon. Again, maybe a tenth of an inch in most areas. Areas farther to the north and west, maybe a little better chance of a quarter to a half inch in a couple of showers and thunderstorms. The 7 to 10 day forecast, those temperatures definitely on the upswing. 70 degrees on Sunday, and then temperatures climb into the middle 70s for the early part of next week and upper 70s to near 80 for the latter part of next week. There'll be some better chances for showers and thunderstorms, but still a week out, we're going to have to wait and see how much rain we can get out of those.
All right, Gary, thank you. It's still ahead tonight. It's baby number 2 on the way for Giannis and a record-setting day at American Family Field. That and more next.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Summer. Is the house ready? At the top of my list of projects is a ceiling fan. My plan is to stay cool with the windows open. I'm here at Madison Lighting to choose a fan with one of their experts. I've got my room dimensions here and some pictures of my family room. I'm thinking vintage looking. They'll help me choose a fan that's big enough to cool the room with the right motor to handle it all. And all fans are on sale till May 22nd. Madison Lighting on Watts Road. Better get in here.
The auto show started with an idea. Honor the future of innovation while celebrating today with special auto show offers on select Ford vehicles. For generations, that's exactly what Ford has done and continues to do. Because when all is said and done, Auto Show is more than just an event. It's a step towards a better future. This auto show season, get an F-150 with $4,000 total cash back. Only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Maintenance fee, ATM fee. Can I hide in your Ford?
Sure, but the Ford fee is 10 cookies.
Psst. Need a place to hide from fees? With a BMO Harris Smart Advantage account, you can get cash with nearly as many fee-free ATMs in the U.S. as the 3 largest banks combined, and no monthly maintenance fee.
Huh, did you hear that? No monthly maintenance fee.
Ford fees are subject to the governing bodies of the Ford.
She did not learn that from me.
When a bank helps you make real financial progress, that's the BMO effect. And right now, get a $200 bonus when you open a new BMO Harris Smart Advantage account.
It's a fact. We use our internet and TV more than ever, with most of us spending nearly 7 hours a day online. So it's no wonder thousands of families are switching to Spectrum, because most families have up to 8 connected devices, which means they need even more speed. Switch to Spectrum Internet and get the fastest starting speeds for the price. 200 megabits for just $44.99 a month, with a free modem and free security suite included. Call 833-546-4499. When it comes to TV, we're watching more than ever. In fact, 80% of us watch TV every day. Spectrum TV lets you catch all your favorite sports, news, and more live. Plus, download the free Spectrum TV app and watch on your devices. Switch to Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-546-4499. The fact is, Spectrum has the best services at the best price. Switch to Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each with no contracts. We'll even buy out your current contract. Call 833-546-4499.
I'm 53, but in my mind, I'm still 35. That's why I take OsteoBiflex, to keep me moving the way I was made to. It nourishes and strengthens my joints for the long term.
OsteoBiflex, plus vitamin D for immune support.
This is a Wisconsin Brewmaster. He brews the local craft beer, the beer that washes down the Oktoberfest broth, the broth that pairs with the potato salad that befriends the burger that tastes like victory. Festival Foods. We are Wisconsin.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Welcome back. A new record was set today in Milwaukee. Brewers right-hander Corbin Burnes now holds the MLB record for most strikeouts without a walk. He extended the record to 58 before issuing his first walk of the season in the 5th inning against the St. Louis Cardinals. The previous record was 51 strikeouts set in 2017 by LA Dodgers reliever Kenley Jansen. The Brewers did end up falling to the Cardinals this afternoon, 2-0.
All right, the Bucks down in Indy tonight taking on the Pacers. Really no other way to describe this one. Well, then the Giannis show. This one was tight at the half, and the Freak takes over in the third. The kick out, he'll hit the three from Drew Holiday. And this was his lone triple of the night. Why? Well, he didn't really need to hit any three balls because he was pretty much dunking on the Pacers all night. Watch him just power his way through and just, and then he's going to flex. Bucks win 142-133. 40 points, 15 rebounds, 6 assists for Giannis, and another assist off the court. Giannis and his girlfriend are now expecting their second child. She announced the news in an Instagram post last night. The couple welcomed baby boy Liam back in February of 2020. The two-time NBA MVP shared her post in his Instagram story, but he hasn't outwardly made any comment on the news just yet.
Kentucky Derby winner Medina Sprint has cleared the first of 3 blood tests ahead of Saturday's Preakness Stakes. The horse's win at Churchill Downs has been in doubt since it tested positive for elevated levels of a steroid. The Bob Baffert-trained horse will need the remaining 2 rounds of tests to also be clear in order to participate in this weekend's race. Race organizers say those results will be available tomorrow. Next at 10, a police department in northeastern Wisconsin wants to show who its officers are outside of the station.
And part of the Appleton Department's Many Faces, One Mission initiative is showcasing some of the officers' unique hobbies on social media. Dakota Sherrick reports.
Sergeant Aaron Pennenberg has spent 26 years with the Appleton Police Department.
Keep moving, keep stepping.
He spent nearly as long becoming a historical fencing master.
I saw someone using a European longsword the way in which it's intended to be used. And like you saw, it's like a baton, right? It's flipping all around and stuff. It's not at all like the movies.
When Pennenberg discovered the centuries-long history behind the sport, he was hooked. Traveling through Europe and the U.S. to learn from anyone with knowledge on historical European martial arts, which began as early as the 13th century.
We know it today as fencing or sport fencing, but prior to that, it actually had a long lineage of real martial history and heritage.
He took what he learned to create the Wisconsin Historical Fencing Association, teaching others the techniques.
Hangen.
Based on concepts handed down through the centuries using textbooks of the time.
As they're listing different techniques and talking through like how they should be applied and used.
Without context, it's just some people hitting each other with metal.
PJ Stahl is one of many who've been taught by Pennenberg over the years.
He has this great mix of a sense of fun, a sense of play, but also a sense of discipline.
Do it slow.
The trainings are for people of any skill level, whether they're curious about the history or want to train to compete.
It's fantastic. I would like everybody to look into it. It's definitely worth your while.
Pennenberg says he's gotten some new interest since the Appleton Police Department posted about his passion for historical fencing on Facebook and is glad to let the community see beyond the badge.
Show people that we're just like everyone else. You know, we're here to be part of the community. Each of us has our own interests and little niche things that we do beyond just being a police officer. So it is really nice.
And that was Dakota Sherrick reporting. To learn more about the Wisconsin Historical Fencing Association, it does have a website and Facebook page. We'll be right back.
If you've been injured, trust my team to get you back in the game. Call Gruber Law Offices today, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Looks like they finally got rid of that trip hazard. They pump it full of mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Where are the patched holes? Where's the splashed mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
Concrete lifting technologies can quickly raise and level any concrete surface using cutting-edge foam technology made in Wisconsin. Fast and accurate and eco-friendly.
How did those guys do it? Where are the holes? Where's the mud?
It ain't mud, Jack.
.com.
You'll hear things like, you're gonna need to see a specialist.
That what you have is serious, like really serious.
And then you meet them.
your medical team.
With research and clinical trials and new treatments.
With better procedures that lead to better results. Then it hits you, you're gonna be okay.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Papa Murphy's presents How to Change the Way You Pizza. Step 1, carefully knead dough. Step 2, artfully spread sauce. Step 3, add fresh mozzarella and assemble toppings. Step 4, realize we already did all that for you. So all you have to do is bake it. Right now, get a large Taco Grande pizza with onions, refried beans, black olives, and salsa. Papa Murphy's, change the way you pizza.
They say when you come from a small town like us, you do things your own way. That's why US Cellular doesn't have any hidden requirements. So you can get the latest phone with no activation fees, required phone trade-ins, or anything like that. That's all there is to it.
Get a Samsung Galaxy S21 5G free with no hidden requirements. The nationwide network built from your town up. US Cellular.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand, and people are taking it everywhere. Taking Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with Silverado. Whatever you do, there's a perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get up to 18% of MSRP cash back on select 2021 Chevy SUV models, or get a $4,000 cash allowance on all 2021 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups.
Serving the people of Wisconsin for over 30 years. Call us today for a free consultation. Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. One call, that's all.
Putting a stop to anti-Asian hate, Sunday morning at 10:30.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Gary rejoins us. Final check of the forecast.
It's a beautiful evening out there. A little on the cool side, but not as cold as the last couple of nights. Rain still off to the west in the eastern Dakotas. Hopefully we'll get some of that tomorrow night. Temperatures right now, upper 40s, lower 50s, pretty much right around 50, give or take a degree or two. Tomorrow morning down to about 42. Sunshine tomorrow for much of the day. More clouds late in the afternoon with a high temperature of 68. Then some shower chances tomorrow night. Shower or thunderstorm chance Saturday. Slight chance on Sunday and Monday. Notice those temperatures next week, though. Maybe near 80 by the end of the week, and hopefully some more showers and storms at the end of the week.
Gary, thank you, and thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 10.
Do something good, and we'll see you back here tomorrow.